So let's talk now, ladies and gentlemen, about data sets. So what you saw in this model right here is a data set. It's infectious DS labeled with the D. Data sets store recent values of quantities from the model, and they can be exported easily using custom code. And you can simply call the data set's toString method and write it to disk, and we'll see how we can do this, okay? So I'd like you here to go close this model here, close the execution, and let's go look at the data set in the model. I'm ad-libbing a little bit here, but let's go to main, and we're gonna take a look at this data set. And what we see that it does is to specify what data to export, what data to record. Look at the data set. It can record a horizontal value and a vertical value. Kind of a strange way to say it, but it records pairs of values. The first of them is time, and the second is the value. What is this thing? Who can tell me what that is?
Where are you in there?
So I'm in main, and then I went to data set here. I've just clicked on the properties of the data set. So what is this N infectious? Who recognizes that? Who recognizes N infectious? It's the variable that's present up here at which we are looking. And you notice, per Cheryl's questions, it says keep up to N previous samples, latest samples. And we can make N as large as we want. We can make it 1 million previous samples it will store. And then we have a choice. We can either update the data manually. Tell it, hey, record this now. Hey, record this now. At our leisure. From an event, for example. If an event is going off at certain times. Maybe that event only starts when things start happening. The first person's affected or something, and we enable the event, and then periodically it calls us and says add. Or if we want to just record things uniformly throughout the simulation, we update data automatically with recurrence time. The fact that this is to explain something we saw just a few moments ago. What was that thing? This is 2. Why does that jive with what we saw just a few minutes ago in Excel? Yeah, this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? Okay, so this is a data set. Where do we get data sets from? From whence do we deploy them? We deploy them from the palette. And per Dylan's insight, I think I'll expand it this way, and I'll scroll down. There's an area called analysis, and in fact, it looks like it's further down there. Here it is, analysis. You may have to. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, this is good to know. This is a later version of AnyLogic. You have to sometimes make sure this is clicked to make sure they're displayed. Here's analysis. You notice there's a data set there. So that's where it's from there that it came, okay? So we could set this data set to record things. So this, ladies and gentlemen, those who were in the Java tutorial yesterday will appreciate the significance of my statement that this is simply an expression. This could be a function call to calculate something. This could calculate the third moment of this statistic across the population or what have you. It could be an arbitrary expression combining different things, N infectious divided by, total population size, whatever. And it just records this. Okay. It records this regularly. So data sets are very useful. They're a way of archiving things, and as we've seen, we can click on them at runtime and we can export very easily to Excel. But or for that matter to R or other packages. So that's a useful thing. Yes.
So if you want to record more than one variable, do you have to have more than one data set, or do you just add more?
Mm.
variables?
So you can record up to two items here. So you could record two items, but you're going to be recording them now without time. So generally, you want to record time as the first one, have everything cross-indexed by time, and then each data set records one thing.
So you just add other data sets.
You just add data set, however many you want. Okay. Now, it's notable that the data set here is most suitable as it's recording what's a stock variable right now, a variable that summarizes the system state at a given moment in time. You can record flow variables if you have a variable that is recording rates of change. You could also store that away in the data set. And if we have time, we'll do this. Okay. Data set properties. It can, as I said, have an expression there, a general expression, okay? And you'll notice that this one does say update automatically with recurrence time of this. It used to be that you could say sort of begin at time this and then then continue. Not sure if that's still supported. Okay, so that was data sets, and they're one of the backbones of what you're going to be using to record your data. However, we're going to be seeing in a little bit how we can use them more flexibly. Instead of copying them manually, how we can just export them to a file. And I'll talk some about how you can export them to databases later, okay? Which is really a very good option, a very attractive option in many cases. Okay, so we have just seen data sets. Okay.